days where all things said are alleged, allegedly. It's all for entertainment purposes only. Y'all, Michigan is having a blizzard. It is all cuss words outside. If you are in my area, please get somewhere safe. Ooh, goodness, 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 goodness. How's everybody doing? Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, yeah. My scalp is itching, so excuse me. It's a little dry. I don't want to just be up here like this, so I got to scratch my scalp. Goodness gracious. So, y'all, I want to get off into a few more political readings this week. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, my screen was a little dark. There we go. So, I want to get off into a few political readings this week. I'm going to do some deep dives on the whole Minnesota thing. What's his name? Mr. Shirley, Nick Shirley. I'm gonna do a Nick Shirley versus Tim Waltz reading, cause baby, that's gonna be a firecracker. Nick Shirley just testified today. It said thank you. Said the makeup is cute. Nick Shirley testified today before Congress, so I want to get off into him. Um, what's the? Oh, thank you, Booski. Would you say, Polly, say hi? I'm so done. Don't you make my face slide off. Oh my gosh. I forgot the lady's name and I barely remembered it in the first place. Y'all, what's the Somali congresswoman name? What is it? Elon Omar. I'm gonna figure it out by the time I do the reading. But I want to do a reading on her. That right there. Okay. So I'm going to do a reading on her and I want to touch bases with the investigation into her funds, how she went from being worth 67,000 to 30 million, and no one that works in Congress knows how that happened legitimately. I thought it was quite interesting that she wanted to spar with some of the heavy hitters in the RNC, and ooh, and I say they were tearing her up. When they went off into her, the donations she was giving to her husband for his, I guess, his consulting firm. So, ooh, I want to say the number that they found, and this was just within like a 2 to 3 business minimum. Oh, thank you, gorgeous. Everybody, God, give it back to them tenfold. Just a few of the daycares, they found $4.3 billion worth of fraud. Can you imagine that? $4.3 billion worth of fraud. You know what 4.3 billion could do for impoverished communities that can't even get outreach for like regular things, like little normal stuff like school lunch, or programs like Meal on Wheels that feed the shut-in elderly and disabled. Like 4.3 billion. And y'all, it gets even worse. It gets even worse. And this is the one thing that made me want to tap in. They said that they found that the one daycare, the one that couldn't spell learning center, the one that says learning center, I got to say allegedly. Allegedly, the learning center, okay, was sending money overseas and they were keeping it just under the federal guidelines to keep from getting flagged, right? And they found out that they were, you said, oh, over 19 billion, even higher than I thought, so much worse. Oh, extremely worse. They were saying that they were sending the money and then the people were getting the money and they were purchasing such said items like acetone and things of that nature, things that you would need to actually set up shop and make illegal pharmaceutical substances. Hey Fee, how are you, beautiful? So when I saw that, I said, wait a minute. They use the United States to set up shop so that they can open the trap houses over in Eastern Africa and the Middle East. You can't be for real. So y'all found a way to make the United States government pay for y'all to create, we'll say, laboratories overseas so that you could make product to distribute possibly between the African and Arab nations and God knows where else on that side of the world. Baby, the plug, we were the socket. They were the plug. Who? Can you just imagine? Now, I want to tap into this one part while we're online. The rest I'm going to do in deep dives because it's a very, very vast subject and I want to be able to tap into it and really, really concentrate. I want to tap into what is it going to be like for Somalia once everybody returns home now that they know what the money for the most part was being spent on, because we don't know if it went into terror sales. We don't know any of that other stuff. We just know about this one detail, just this one detail. There's so many other things that it could have possibly funded, but just that one is enough to say I think I need to see what the future of Somalia is going to be once everybody gets home, because I can't see the local governments over there. I can't see the local governments over there, the neighboring countries in that continent and the countries outside of that continent not coming in to start doing raids, investigating, raising their military, force in that area if we're finding out those details over here and they have until I want to say March 25th to be, to return home willingly. So they get a stipend, pretty much how do I say this? He's giving them assistance if they want to go home and self deport by March 25th. He's going to give them assistance to go back to their country. Now, after March 24th, that's what it is. After March 24th, then that's when it gets real ugly. And let's be clear. It's not just the Somali people, the Somalians. It's not just them that are being sent home. It's possibly it 10 or more countries that have to go home. They're the only group for some reason that's being highlighted. So, y'all, Because I want to say, let's see, I know the Venezuelan people have to go home. The Somalian people have to go home. They're still, it's yeah, I've seen at least 10 countries. It's just interesting that it's become a media hot point that it's this one group. Said the Somalians have a huge population in Minnesota. Yeah, they do, but I find it interesting that they're only highlighting them. They're not the only group that has to go home. Would you say, love your eyeshadow? Thank you. I figured since I was snowed in, I play on my face. Thank you, thank you. Uh, so she's touching, yeah. So, yeah, oh my God, I woke up this morning and I felt like I was in a snow globe. I wanted to just go back to bed. Like, this cannot be life. Oh, I don't even know how many inches came down. It was at least 4 to 5 inches this morning when I woke up. So, yeah, just imagine. I had to make sure that the pathways were clear. Because, I mean, what happens if the Amazon people can't find me? They have to be able to find me. But let me go ahead and let's see. Yeah, speaking of Amazon, I love this deck. This deck was around like $12. Okay, beautiful deck. Colors are gorgeous. It's a matte. Don't laugh at me like that, y'all. I cannot have my packages under undeliverable. And I don't want nobody slip and slide in front of my house. That too. Uh, let me see what the energy is going to be like around Somalia when the Somalian people return home. Let me see what the energy is going to be like when everybody has to go back to Somalia. Uh, the Chariot, King of Pentacles, Lord. So this is what I'm talking about, y'all. As long as they self-deport, he's sending them to their countries with a stipend. They're getting a large, amount of amenities when they go home. So I mean, it's kind of interesting to me because they're getting better care going back home than what we get living here. Seven of Swords. So, ooh, Seven of Swords is talking about not trusting a situation, but being strategic. So, the Star. So, yes, we're going off into Aquarius season, King of Wands. Um, I told y'all, watch out for February. February is going to be, ooh, ooh, February is going to be gangbusters, okay? They're trying to remedy the situation, but King of Wands is letting me know that the Somali people they're going to continue to be proud. They're not going to want to, you know, go ahead and leave the way that a lot of them should. There's going to be some pushback. Seven of Pentacles. and the Five of Swords. There's going to be a lot of arguments about investing, investments. Oh, shoot. I already told y'all last year the key words were going to be laundromats and shell companies. And I feel that energy all over again with this group. Eight of Swords. You're going to see a lot of people getting arrested. They go ahead and go. Who's the main person? This is going to be attached to things that, from the past. So they're going to be going off into people's information, bank accounts, wire transfers, mailing history. Y'all, they digging deep. And this is going to get a lot of people locked up. This is going to get a lot of people locked up. So Angel, did you see the connection Beyonce had to them? No, I didn't. Oh, baby. And that looks like a woman locked up. So, y'all, I'm going to say that this is a precursor to the reading for, um, is she a senator? I think she's a senator. Senator Omar. She might not want to bite off more than she can chew, because it looks like the president is going to find it his honor to lock her up. So she better take that 30 million before they start freezing her bank accounts and walk on by. Baby, the way Trump is shaking the table, but I told y'all MAGA would. Two of Pentacles. They're gonna Some of these people are gonna take a chance. It's gonna be down the middle. You're gonna have people that are gonna just up and leave, like whatever it is that we can get, let's go. And then you're gonna have people that are gonna take a chance and they're not gonna leave the country when it's time for them to leave. You're even gonna have people that are going to try to assume other identities. Yeah, I find this to be absolutely hilarious. And in an irony type way. And the reason why I find this to be hilarious, ironically, is because you have a group of Somalian people who get offended when you call them black. They say they're not black, they're Arab. They don't want to be associated with black people, but you're going to see a lot of Somalians find their way into the diaspora. So do not be surprised when you start to see them find their way into the diaspora. Hey, beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you. God, send us back to her tenfold. Thank you very much. So, y'all, for certain people with certain phenotypes that are born here, i.e., me, I'm saying this joking, but I promise you I'm really not. I ain't taking my happy ass nowhere with a scarf on outside my house. Because ICE is not going to snatch me up when they see this little button nose and these high cheekbones, because they're confused. Because what I'm looking at right here, yes, the forehead. Eastern Indians got, not Indians, Eastern Africans got big foreheads. See, see how you just identified me? I be got. They're like, she got to be one of them. It's spacious. So I ain't going nowhere outside my house with a head scarf on. Because what I'm looking at right here is that you're going to see people assimilate other identities to try to find a way to stay. So do not be surprised, because listen to what the Somali people are saying. Because they let you know what their plan is going to be if you listen. When they said if they come for us, it's going to lead to more racial profiling for black people. Where did y'all get that from? But you know why it's going to lead to more racial profiling for black people? they're going to try to fold off into other cultures, which is going to be a tactic to try to confuse ICE. Like, who? I'm black. Now I gotta hide half of my forehead and not wear a scarf for probably the next 6 months. Yeah, the death card and the hermit. It's not going to work for too long. You're going to have a few that slip through the cracks, but it's not going to last for too long. The death card and the hermit, it's like they won't be able to be in seclusion for long. And it's going to make it way worse than it has to be. And this is where you're going to see Donald Trump really flex. Okay, the president is about to really flex. And we're going to see some things on the news that people are not going to like. And I'm so serious, you're not going to like it. It's not going to be comfortable to watch. But the energy that I'm getting is that out of all the groups that have been told to go home, there's something very, very, there's something very dangerous. There's a smoke screen here. Judgment, 5 of Cups. So the ones who test it, the ones who really try it, they're going to regret it. The DOJ is going to come down very hard. They're going to really, really, really make examples of people because they don't want anybody to get comfortable under the energy to where it feels like you have terror cells set up here in the United States. And I kind of picked up on that energy with that the Barbie versus the Lemonhead reading, where I got to read in Don Lemon's energy, Nikki's energy, and President Trump's energy. Don Lemon has no idea how heavy the foot of the government is about to come down on him. And the way that he's popping it, how he's talking smart to people, and he really does not understand that this is way bigger than you just walking around with a microphone and saying, well, I was just reporting. They're not going to let you slide through the cracks with that. They are about to make a huge example to show people there will not be any domestic terrorism tolerated in the United States. The United States is about to do some things that are going to be so crazy in the global news that you're going to have organized crime like those Americans are crazy. You say you have never liked Lemonhead. Said Lemon needs to be punished for that mess. Um, y'all, when I saw it, I watched the video twice. And when I saw it and I really ingested what I watched, I understood after I did that reading why they're going to come down on him the way that they're going to come down on him, because they do not want to incite the energy of people, creating mass injuries and casualties in places of worship and things like that. because all it takes is for them to get away with that and then other people to plan more effectively to do way worse. And it not only was it disrespectful and distasteful, um it's going to challenge legacy media to draw a line on what is news and what is breaking the law. Because remember, Don Lemon used to be a part of legacy media, and then he got pushed out, and now he's doing his own thing. But now that he's doing his own thing and he's sitting up here talking about, people saying all these horrible things about him and clock it, you know, he thought he was doing something with that one, y'all. Clock it. I don't think he clocked the legal ramifications of what he's done. He broke several federal laws going in that church with the group that he went into that church with. And as a black man in America, with the history that black churches, especially black churches in the South, have had, where they have been burnt down, they have been set on fire with people sitting in the churches. Um, Dylan Roof, you see what he did. He went into the church and took the lives of what, 9 people? You should know as a black man why it's so triggering to see people do things like this in church. For people who don't know, a lot of those black churches were burnt down because these were the hall of records. And this is where all the communities birthing records and um, wedding licenses and all these things for the town. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Yeah, this is where the hall of records were for a lot of these people. Baptismal records, right? All of these things, because until after 1960, there were a lot of things that still were not integrated, and it took a long time to integrate those records into the city hall records. So when those churches were burnt down, those towns lost all of their records for all of the people, and they had to be reclassified by whoever the government sent out. And that's how you got a lot of people who lost their ability to be, who they were versus who the government labeled them to be. So, it's like you're a well-educated person who's been in legacy media and you're of a certain age. I expected better from Don Lemon. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. To watch that video was just like, this is triggering. Welcome to membership. Two of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So y'all, pay close attention to the messages that come out about what's going on in Minnesota, especially Minneapolis, because it's going to show you what's going to happen in several other places. This is going to travel throughout the Midwest. Sanctuary cities are done. If you live in a state that has a sanctuary city, I already warned y'all, it was going to get tight until they can force certain people to go home. Three of Wands. This is people going abroad. And yeah, this is going to be interesting because I don't know what's going on with, and it's, don't get me wrong, there's an element in every group of people. Okay. So I don't want it to seem like I'm just singling out this one group of people. But this feels like there's going to be so many loopholes and so many tricks for a trade getting this one group out. You're going to have people leave, and then you're going to have people tap back in with people that have already been here. People are going to assume new identities. They're going to find every loophole they can find to either leave and come back or not leave. If you feel like a card reading is demonic, sweetheart, you shouldn't be here. I would not want you to risk your soul. Yeah. So, yeah, they're going to find every type of loophole. Like, you're going to have people leave and sneak back. You're going to have people, like I said, change their identity to try to find ways to stay. It's going to be very tricky with this one group, more so than the rest of the people who are leaving the country. Not I need ice on speed dial. Y'all, there y'all go cutting up. I don't want ice on speed dial. They might see my head, my forehead and this little button nose and get confused. Nope. I'm stay in the house and mind my business. So you got the Sun and you got the Six of Cups. Y'all, this is just the beginning of the corruption that we've discovered as a country. They're going to find so much more. This is going to go years back. And just, I mean, wow, 19 billion has just recently been found. Think about if they go back the last 6 to 10 years. $19 billion. And we're only talking about the investigation for the last few months. The last few months. Imagine how much more are they going to find. You got people born in this country that can't get $200 a month in SNAP benefits. People are about to be very, very angry about what's going to come out. I mean, extremely angry. And rightfully so. We're going to find out about more collusion, the lovers. We're going to find about more things that slipped through the cracks, people who got away with this, people who assisted this. Y'all, it's a lot of people in government, local government, mayor, city council people, governors who are about to be caught up in this because they're going to find every single branch on the tree that is benefiting in these schemes. Lord. Knight of Cups, Three of Cups. Y'all, it's people that expect to see, elected officials take plea deals. Somebody, somebody very, very major who's publicly well known attached to this is going to prison. To see this Knight of Cups under the Ten of Swords, that gives me taking a plea deal. They tell you how many years you're going to get if you take a plea. So, Angel, you did say everyone is getting exposed. Oh, yeah. So this is so sad, but do not even want to help people that have given to this country. I agree. You got veterans that are homeless like right now. And I mean, I don't feel like any veteran should be homeless, period, especially if they come home disabled. They should automatically be granted a home, at least like a certain amount towards, a mortgage because they put their lives on the line when they go on these tours of duty. Like if you go into active duty, you should be given, a certain stipend for a mortgage as a thank you from this country where the government purchases you a home. I don't feel like any veteran should ever be homeless. They shouldn't be without health care. They shouldn't be homeless. We need more money in education. We need more money in health care. All of the money that we need to go off into these things are literally what I'm looking at on the table that is going to, I mean, when I say it's going to infuriate people to see how much this group alone has gotten. And it doesn't mean every single Somali person has done this. No. But for the ones who have been a part of this, oh my God. Talking about getting down on us, talking about, I mean, hitting that juke and running with it. Yeah, I mean, this is going to have the nation furious to see how this money was wasted and how it's been spending, how they spent it. Excuse me. Um, More messages are going to come out about the budget of that state and you know them not having enough money to cover certain things. Um, Remember, I said sanctuary cities are going to lose funding until they can get people out of the country and off of these programs. So it's going to be dicey in certain areas because they won't be able to get any funding until they can get this under control. This is going to get worse before it gets better. Show me the Somali people when they actually get back to Somalia. Yeah, it's a lot of anxiety, and this is falling under the death card. They're afraid to go back home. These people are like morbidly afraid to go back home. They're afraid that they won't live through the experience of returning back home. Also, look at this Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. They definitely will never live this comfortable again. So, to go back home, to have to release this money, and to face the uncertainty of not knowing if they're going to be safe, but it's for the most part, it's never being able to live this comfortable again, never having this type of assistance again. Hell, I want to know what type of money they got to see a Wheel of Fortune. Can I get my stimmy? Our stimulus is nowhere close to what they got. Knight of Pentacles, Judgment. So this is going to drag on for a while, y'all. They're trying to find everybody who colluded. Two of Cups, Knight of Pentacles falling under Judgment. They're going to dry up a lot of these programs, and they're coming for um, representatives. Hear what I said? Representatives. They're coming after people that work in um, law. I want to say not just it's going to be a few in law enforcement, but people who work in like jurisdiction, like local government, from the governor on down. They're coming after those people to see who all had a part in this. Five of Wands falling under the Two of Wands. Y'all, you got some of these people, it feels like they're going to try to stay and fight. They're plotting, they're planning, they're going to try to stay and fight. What type of foolishness? Yeah, that Miss Umar, Mrs. Omar. Yeah, they need to get her because they need to get her because this feels like she's got something simmering. She's getting people ready to stand up and do some possible insurrection foolishness. They better get her, and they better get her quick, because this is showing me some people are going to choose to try to stay and fight. Fight for what? When she said we own this country, girl, I almost slid off my couch. You who? Didn't you get naturalized? You own what? You own what? And you're working in Congress, and you're talking about another group that's here under temporary protection owns this country. I was born here, and I don't even walk around telling people I own this country. How do you stand up and say something like that when you had to get naturalized yourself, and then had the nerve to antagonize the president and said that he didn't have any power? He didn't have the power to revoke her citizenship. Ooh, did you pay attention to who the president is? You couldn't have. You couldn't have. Said, "Oh, thank you, thank you." Said your makeup is pretty. She couldn't have. You said Don Juan Corleone. Listen, yeah, Trump is gonna get her good. Come on, you better tell him Donald jump off Trump. The J is for the jump off. Like you told Donald Trump what he not gonna do after what he just did to the Venezuelan president and his wife. They had 24 hours of shit talking that came to an end that ended up with the both of them like this. We sorry. Him and his wife got snatched up. You told that man what he not gonna do? Whew, you don't like yourself. I promise you, you don't. Promise you, you don't. That man will have you arrested with your headscarf off. Okay? You will literally get processed, and he will snatch your headscarf off, and your hair better be done. Okay? Do not get arrested looking like James Brown when he didn't get his perm retouched. I don't know what made you think you could tell President Donald Jaquavius Trump what he not gonna do. Speaking of what he not gonna do, let's see. What is Trump gonna do since she said he not gonna do? Show me Trump. Listen, this is about to be a collaborative effort. Three of coins, the king of cups. See, he like Nikki. When he's quiet, you need to be nervous. King of Cups, he deep in his feelings. He mulling over this. Like, I know she did. She talking to me. Okay. Okay. Don't worry about it. I got her. Don't worry about it. He not even gonna say nothing. He just gonna surprise you. That's even worse. That's even worse. Lord have mercy. At least if you like Don Lemon and he come out and does a press conference and calls you a loser, you got a better chance of knowing what's going on. He's about to do a collaborative effort where he and multiple different levels of jurisdiction work together silently because they do not like her disposition. She's rubbing too many people the wrong way. Whether they like each other or not, they have decided they don't like her. Oh, ma'am. Now, let me see, because I haven't seen it, but I heard that Don Lemonhead responded to Trump and said, F Donald Trump. Hmm. I guess he wasn't paying attention when the Venezuelan president and his wife got snatched up either. He was on vacation when that happened. So let me see. Y'all, let me see. I had to rearrange my table, y'all. Had to break some stuff down since they were painting. I want to go off into some oracle decks and see what's going to happen with Lemonhead if he allegedly said F Donald Trump. Lemonhead, let's see what's going to happen with you. Okay, so we're going to do what's the tea and what's the news. It's about to get interesting. Let's see the energy between Lemonhead and Trump. All right, show me Lemonhead. Sneaky link, fed up, not over it, having frustrated. Not what is it? Over it, not having it frustrated, and hitting lover, low key situationship and side piece. So what I get from this is not relationship energy. Okay. The reason why Trump hasn't responded to him again is because they're checking all of his contacts to see everybody that he's associated with. They're going to they're going to connect him in ways to some of these people so that they can prove that he was invested in this situation in a way that's far greater than what he said. Okay? So, ooh wee. Lemonhead. Recalling memories, missing someone, reminiscing. Like I said, they want to go through email history. They're going to go through text, cell phone, his social media. And because this is the government, Homeland Security, the feds, they will have all of his information before he could even get him a lawyer to help him come to court. So if he lies and says he didn't know these people or he wasn't in certain communications, he might be in way more trouble than he already is. Repo and numbing. Lord. So default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. So he knows he's about to lose everything. And y'all look at that. That looks like a wedding ring and a house. So he could be losing his whole entire life as he knows it. His relationship, his household, his career, numbing, self-medicating, addictions, irrational behavior. Ooh. Now we have no proof of this, but look at Kung Fu Panda down here on the ground, down bad. So Allegedly, he could be self-soothing because he realizes that he may have crashed out in a way that he can't come back from. You know, he may be profusely sipping, allegedly. So don't tell me that you might actually be, you know, drinking elevated teas or whatnot, and that might be why you out here popping it the way you popping it. Oh my gosh. Love bombing. Okay, so this gives me gaslighting because it's like he's gonna make it seem like, I really wasn't doing anything. We were just there to cover the news. Freedom of speech is not a big deal. I was just there to cover it and give it from all perspectives. Like he's laying it on heavy, but he's starting to understand. You see how this person is out of focus? He's starting to understand that there's no way that he can really clear this up the way he wants to. Lost, ghosted, cowardice, disappearing act. No, don't try to go over to England in the what they call it, the paddy fields, the Codsworth. Don't try to take a trip and go over to England where it seems like everybody in Hollywood is going right now. The black sheep. So he's feeling ostracized. He may not say it publicly. Yeah, legal, court, paperwork filed, spiritually woke. Y'all, I think it finally hit him that this is a real thing and he's about to face some legal trouble. He went through all of these shenanigans to just now realize that, damn, I bit off way more than I can chew, and I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. Swept up. So he thought, look at this, lucky break and swept up. He thought that he was going to, I, yeah, this is crazy. He thought that he was going to do, like, you know how they have network sweeps where you're out here, you're part of the news, you're breaking a huge story. Okay, this was going to be his big break. He was going to break this huge network news story, and then he could go out here and be interviewed all across the world. You know how they do the satellite interviews where he talks about he had boots on the ground and he was there for it in real time and was able to be a part of history. But as you can see, swept up. You got yourself caught up on the wrong side of history and now you're a part of the cleanup. So, ooh, so he was just high off the moment, okay? High off the moment, going off of adrenaline. This is like where it feels like he's gonna, consult with his lawyer. It's like, this was a breaking story, breaking news. I had boots on the ground. We were at a part of a historic moment. Would you say, see, he was laughing at Wendy, but the same thing makes you laugh, makes you cry. I think Wendy would have been smart enough not to be a part of this. She knows how to pick the right mess. See, she picked designer mess, bougie mess, Birkenback Hermes mess. She is not in this mess. So you got lust and machismo. So that lets me know right there. He just could not get enough. He got swept up. He was so ready to, be ahead of the curve, to dominate. Lord, penny pinching and recalling, not recalling and penny pinching. So it's like he's going to go through a dark night of the soul. He could practically lose everything allegedly and end up, trying to get some coins out that couch cushion for Lucy's. Even if he doesn't go to jail, but I do see serious legal problems coming for Don Lemon, way bigger than what he expected. This all looks federal. So hold on. Now that we got what's the news, let's go off into what's the tea. He doing all that back and forth trying to argue with Nikki, and look at the bigger fish you had to fry. Ash definitely wasn't on the bigger picture. That's crazy, y'all. George Floyd is on this card, which we all know that happened in the same area that they're protesting right now. So you've got creativity. Creativity steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off of you, and giving money. And this is where he's going to get caught up, because they're going to look to see if he funded anything, if he gave anybody any money. And if they see that he gave any money in any type of way, funded anything in any type of way, this is where he's really in trouble with the government. Thank you. You said the way that they're trying to make Nikki look homophobic is hilarious to me. Like, if y'all don't stop with the BS, Lemonhead just a puppet. Um, he was too hype. That's what it feels like. And the term that he said was homophobic, I said, nah, it's disrespectful, but I never knew that to be homophobic. That's not even something that people say to LGBTQ people. That's stuff that everyday people insult each other with, and it has nothing to do with preference. Like, when did that become an LGBTQ slur? And then here go Harvey Levin. Yep, it was homophobic. Harvey, you gonna have your day. Matter of fact, y'all, we tapping into Harvey Levin and how he's gonna mess around and have egg on his face with this one. Soon as I get done with this energy, let's tap into Harvey and his sidekick over there. Because the bigger story was what's going to happen legally to everybody that went in that church. How did you take the bigger story of them making history, breaking federal laws, rules, and regulations in that church, and turn it into Nikki and black people and gay people shouldn't buy your music? What? Don, we don't listen to you. You can't tell us what to do. When in the hell did you speak for us? Said Harvey ran multiple stories about Nikki today to make her look bad. He's gonna regret that. We're gonna dig off into Harvey Levin. Girl fight. Y'all, the spirit realm is hilarious. So they said Don trying to windmill on Nikki. That was a girl fight. That's what Harvey from TMZ, Harvey Levin. They said that was a girl fight, and self-medication, addictions, irrational behavior. So this is how Don wanted to paint Nikki, but notice that card came out before we even spoke about Nikki. That card was already on the table. Love bombing and what? Ain't shit. Okay. So he's definitely going to try to gloss this story, excuse me, as much as he possibly can. And I want to say I watched several different media outlets today, and when you go off into either the Associated Press or you go off over on what's considered to be the white side of YouTube. The comment sections in the commentary were all geared towards lock Don up. People were listing all the different federal laws and guidelines that he broke. People talked about how it was utterly disgusting for Don to lead that charge into the church. Nobody was talking about Nikki when you got on that side of YouTube. So it's like, Don, did you take a cheap shot at Nikki to get the heat off of you because you figured if we turn it on Nikki, nobody would talk about me? Because I'm here to tell you it didn't work. I watched, I want to say, 5 videos today in the middle of all the things that I was doing on the white side of the algorithm for YouTube, and not one video was in support of Don Lemon. Not one. And not one of those videos, nor the comment section of those commentaries, said any negative words towards Nikki. Not a one. And these were major pages, major platforms. We're talking about platforms that were like anywhere from 100,000 to 1 million subscribers. Not a one mentioned Nikki. Every last one of them spoke about how disgusting and insensitive Don Lemon was. So that right there told me all that I needed to know. Only the urban and black algorithm is speaking on Nikki. And not all of them are speaking on Nikki, but that's the only place that I see the Nikki commentary trending. Looking you up, researching you, studying you, getting info. And see, I just told y'all, this is what they're doing with Don right now. This is what they're doing with Don right now. They're looking up everything attached to Don Lemon. Everything attached to Don Lemon. Oh wee. This is like Feds and Homeland Security, y'all. This is the big boys. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, they're about to literally dig up all his past. You got screenshots, moving silence, bad habits, inside scoop, bottom of the deck is karmic friends. They're going to start exposing Don Lemon all across the algorithm. And I already saw this when I did the tap in on the Barbie versus the Lemon Head. I saw in the energy that there is something that they're going to be exposing with Don Lemon. It's literally in living color. It's his own words that are going to be used against him. And when it comes out, it's going to be a huge smear campaign, but he can't blame anyone for it because it's literally something in living color that is in his own words, in his own energy that he cannot dispute. This right here is showing me the same thing. You got the card of legal, you got the screenshots, you got moving silence, bad habits, and inside scoop. So they're going to get everything that they need to get about him. They're going to find out about, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we find out secrets about his marriage and everything. They're coming for all of his information. So same shit, different day, and it's fallen under swept up. They're going to show that he has a history of being volatile or saying inflammatory things. Fake accounts, no facts. Lemonhead. It feels like you need to enjoy um, the next couple months because late spring, early summer could be really, really ugly. Really, really ugly. Fake accounts to thief. Yeah. Broke ass and offer. Broke ass to offer it. Oh my gosh. So y'all look, didn't they say he bought donuts and coffee for these people? There's coffee. Broke ass. They're going to say that he funded these people. That's what they're trying to see. They're trying to see if he funded these people. An offer. The offer is coffee. That's crazy. Instead of Starbucks at that. Oh, too busy winning and played out. So he doesn't even realize that his his celebrity has faded. It's not what it used to be because too busy winning. This is how he sees himself, but at the bottom of the deck played out. Fake smile, always partying. Y'all, they got something on him in his personal life, um, and things that he said. Love triangle and hungry for clout. Um, they're going to see that either he's the middleman to something or he's way more invested than he claims he is. And, you know, he's going to try that. I'm media. I'm not giving up my source. But he's not going to be able to do that because this goes under federal laws like the Mann Act and um, it's so many, it's like 3 or 4 different acts that this goes under. He's not going to be able to say that I evoke my right as a media person to keep my sources private. This goes off into Homeland Security. They're not going to allow him to do that. I don't think he realizes how real this is. He just thinks that they're going back and forth and he could flip people off, they could argue, and that's just that on that. This is way worse than he expects. Way, way worse. Now, I don't know how much they say it takes to say you funded an operation, but I would hate to find out that buying Starbucks and some donuts is a contribution to what could be considered a terror sale or a terroristic act. Can you imagine that? You brought snacks and refreshments, and that's considered helping to fund terrorism? Oof. That's the cheapest contribution to ever get you in federal trouble I've ever heard of. So hold on. Who are we about to just look off into? We went from Lemonhead. Hold on, y'all. That coffee situation just threw me. Hold on. Oh, Harvey Levin. Harvey Levin. Thank you. Let's go off into TMZ and Harvey Levin. Let me change the deck. Because Harvey, you just keep getting yourself caught in the crossfire. I mean, you went from being like the number one source for news to the number one source for just just shenanigans, just and it looks so much worse for Harvey because Harvey's a lawyer. Oh, thank you, beautiful. Oh, you said I missed you a couple times, sis. Listen, you ain't never missed me. Right on time. I thank you so much. Many, many blessings to you. Thank you. I'm not crying today. Y'all not gonna have these lashes. I got on the snuffleupaguses. They're not gonna slide down my face this time. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so, so very much. So Harvey is looking washed up. What'd you say, Beyonce? Just what? Yeah, the I'm a lawyer tag don't hold weight no more. It sure in the hell don't. From people's court to being judged by the court of public opinion, what a difference a day makes. Show me Harvey Levin. Show me Harvey Levin. Show me Harvey Levin. Well, I definitely figured that was a troll. That would have been all across my timeline. High Priestess and Five of Wands. Say it ain't so. So secretly there could possibly be infighting. Secretly infighting. Who's fighting over there? Five of Wands? The Fool and the Two of Wands. So at this point, y'all, it's getting kind of weird because the Fool talks about not y'all. The Fool talks about taking a leap of faith or being impetuous, jumping off into something possibly without thinking it out. Okay, so you chose to just jump on the bandwagon in this situation, but you didn't think it all the way out as a lawyer. That's crazy. So you got the Five of Cups here. Lots of regrets, disappointments over this choice. Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck again. What? Don't tell me he regrets jumping into this head first with Lemon Head. So neither you or Charles thought this was a terrible idea. Just neither one of you. Neither one of you thought this was a terrible idea. Okay. At this point, we need to just let the little drunk uncle down at the liquor store tell us the news because at least with him, we don't expect him to get it all right, but it will be quite entertaining. Okay, so Four of Wands and the Knight of Swords. They're going to get a message that's going to challenge their integrity and it's going to challenge their stability coming in the near future. Oh, somebody is coming for the stability of TMZ. Ooh, tell me more. Somebody's coming for TMZ's neck. Yeah. Harvey Levin is going to have to get a defense attorney sometime pretty soon. He's definitely going to have to defend his love child, everything that he's invested into this show. Mm, said Fox News. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Daphne. Said maybe the definition of material support according to the U.S. in a sector. Oh, baby, you done broke it down and gave us the whole thing. Said material support, including anything of, ooh, that's adding to a terrorism organization in any way, which can include providing food, lodging, and transportation. Lemonhead, you going down literally for coffee and snacks. And I said that was crazy. Thank you for that, Daphne. Like you, that's the goofiest thing ever to catch a Fed case for. But it's going to be a little bit more than that. I think because we know that publicly he supplied that, that's going to be like, just enough to grab onto him. And then they're going to look to see with his correspondence, like his text messages, his DMs, his emails. They're going to want to know how much was he talking to these people? How much did you really know? How many times were you in contact with these people? Did you know before you got over there that this is what they were going to do? How long did you know before they planned this that this was a thing? At any time before this happened, did you have a chance to walk away and alert the authorities? Oh, coffee and donuts got your dumb ass caught up. I appreciate you, Daphne. Coffee and donuts. And you got the nerve to want to talk about Nikki and her family, and you caught a case for coffee and donuts. That's crazy. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Y'all, it's a very well-to-do person, possibly a woman, okay, or someone that has very nurturing energy that's going to come for them very aggressive, straight down the middle. TMZ is about to end up going to court. I don't see this just being a settlement for arbitration where they could sit down behind the scenes, come to an agreement, and sign NDAs and keep this quiet. This feels like they're going to have to go before a judge. Tell me somebody is not going to be holding TMZ accountable for misreporting the news and possible alleged defamation. Will Harvey represent himself or will Harvey have to increase the legal department? Hmm. 2026. I mean, the year just started. Are my edges still here? Yep, they still here. Damn. 2026 is doing a whole lot. Make sure my put my edges back, y'all. Who would have thought that TMZ would actually be in court? Somebody's going to actually take TMZ, and this is a wish fulfillment. Somebody's wish fulfillment is to make this manifest, make this happen. And I'm telling y'all, it's going to start an onslaught of legal problems for TMZ because once one person is successful suing TMZ, you're going to have people coming out the woodwork looking for their piece of the pie. And if they can't get a whole piece, baby, they want their crumbs. Give me what I can get. You lied on me 10 years ago. You misdirected people when you told people about my story 8 years ago. This is the energy that I'm getting. Allegedly, just in case Harvey or one of them get to watching. You ain't gonna try to get to lawyering all across me. Everything I'm saying is for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, Seven of Swords, Four of Cups. Yeah, they're going to try to settle this. They're going to try to be strategic and keep this quiet, but the offer is going to be refused. Somebody wants to come through aggressively and make an example out of TMZ. So they're not going to be able to hide this. Now, wouldn't that be nothing for them to try to hide this and then this gets reported on other news sites that TMZ is getting sued? Oh, y'all try to bury it and it ends up being reported by other news sources. Can you imagine the Associated Press reporting that TMZ is being taken to federal court? I couldn't imagine. I mean, I can, but it's something that will literally knock everybody off their axis because who is going to expect TMZ to finally be held accountable for misdirecting certain information? Everybody looks at TMZ as a superpower. Nobody's going to expect a superpower to be held accountable and possibly brought down. Let's see something. Is TMZ going to lose this case? Is TMZ going to lose this case? Said, Kat said 2025 was the year of exposure, but I think he meant 2026. No, I think he was on point. 2026 is going to be the year of judgment. See, people started getting exposed last year. This is the year they start paying for what they're getting exposed for. So I don't think Kat missed the mark. Are they going to lose this case? Is TMZ going to lose this case? Mm-mm. Oh, shit. Excuse me, y'all. To those of you that are in tarot class, I want you to look at this and tell me what you get out of this before I say anything. My tarot class people, what do you get out of this? Oh my God. Oh, 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 oh my God. Okay, I see you, Aja. I see you, Tarot Destiny. Oh, 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 damn. Yeah, 21 days into the year and it just got started. Ooh, wee. Oh, wee. Oh my God. Y'all, now, what I'm going to say is this. Allegedly, this looks like collusion. Okay. The lovers could be people colluding together, not just people romantically entangled, but this is definitely an entanglement. This feels like collusion. that could lead to people going to jail, prison. I'm asking about if somebody gonna lose a case, and they said, think bigger. There's a bigger picture here. What the hell y'all done colluded with over there at TMZ that could lead to someone going to jail? Or is this Lemonhead, y'all colluded with Lemonhead allegedly, and he's going to jail? Either way, somebody going to damn jail. Allegedly. And you got the high priestess over here on top of the lovers. That's high level collusion. That is the powers that be, the people whose hands that you never get to see, shaking hands behind the scenes, possibly allegedly cutting deals. What y'all about to get exposed for in court? I feel like this is a whole nother court case. I don't even think this is the same case, but y'all, it's a spider web. You never know. One case might lead to another. Oh my God. What did we tap into? Oh, oh Lord. The high priestess to the lovers, high level collusion with very powerful people, allegedly. And folks are going to jail. Gonna be really, really deep in your feelings, drowning in your emotions with that water back here. The sun back here is full exposure. You can't escape it. And this person is blindfolded. They don't even see it coming. Oh, oh, damn. TMZ, how the mighty will fall, allegedly. Mm. Ten of Cups falling under the Fool. Oh, tarot class. Look who has showed up. King of Wands and Ten of Cups. When I tell you, y'all, it's like 3 degrees of separation at this point. It's literally 3 degrees of separation at this point. No wonder Nikki was popping it. I told y'all, every time Nikki comes for somebody, they take the bait, they fall for it, and they expose themselves. If y'all don't stop responding to this theater student, she told y'all it was snitching season. She said, Des is telling, I'm telling too. Damn, Harvey. Let's keep on going. Lord have mercy. Judgment and the Ace of Swords. The truth is coming out. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. and somebody is about to be officially judged. They're going to face judgment, and it's going to be really, really harsh, embarrassing, shameful, because this falls under the Five of Cups. Deep regrets, shame, embarrassment, public humiliation. Five of Wands and the Empress. Three of Pentacles. Y'all, I didn't mean to add Miss Onika, aka the Pink Lady, into this energy, but it looks like it's been a collaborative effort. Three of Coins to fight against her. Okay, Three of Coins, collaborative effort to fight against the Empress. You got all of these people piled up to fight against the Empress. They're collaborating. Four of Wands, Five of Wands. It's like somebody somehow in this equation, whoever it is promised stability if they work together and collaborate against her. So people get favors handed to them, allegedly, if they join on whatever this is. Thank you. Wait a minute. Hold on. Said 2026 judgment and vindication will reign all over. It definitely feels like it. Whoo. Yeah, something about to come out in court, and it's going to show collaboration with some very, very high level people working together, collaborating, and allegedly colluding with TMZ, allegedly. Now, I don't know what court case or how this is going to come out, because it feels like it's more than one case, if that makes sense. It feels like one case kicks it off, and then there's other situations where the the evidence just keeps mounting and mounting and mounting and mounting. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. It feels like this may be how people get a boost in their business. Okay, you start a business and you get this boost, this push, or else you get ostracized. So it's that get down or lay down. Work with us and we'll push you, make you bigger than life. Don't work with us and you will be on the chitlin circuit. This almost feels like a syndicate. Mm-mm. Seven of Coins, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, we'll invest in you or we'll slow you down. This feels like that get down or lay down energy. Seven of Pentacles, being Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Someone who is, this is, y'all, this feels like a woman that's coordinating this secretly behind the scenes, that's investing in this to get this done. And this has been going on for a very long time. This has been going on for a very long time. This has been dragging and dragging out, possibly for almost a decade. Oh, it's a woman behind this, allegedly. Whoever this phantom woman could possibly be, it feels like she's the one who invests in this whole entire situation. And it's going to be attached to her. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Big Mama, tell me more about Big Mama. Oh, yes. Here go Big Mama right here, the Nine of Pentacles, the strength. This woman is the strong arm that puts all of this together, that has been organizing all of this, that has been, offering opportunities to people, or possibly dismantling people, depending on what role they play in the situation, to assist her. You get your wish fulfillment. You don't assist her, you might end up kind of like being choked out of the algorithm, allegedly. King of Swords, Two of Cups. Y'all, they're already being investigated, and it looks like the feds or whoever is investigating may already know about this collaboration. Two of Cups, which the two colluding. That's the feds, high level government, who knows about the marriage between companies that help to possibly allegedly do backdoor deals for some kind of propaganda, allegedly. Say hey, y'all. It's 328 in the chat and only 137 likes. Please, everyone, hit the like button or the thumbs up button. Angel appreciates each one of you. I do. Thank y'all. And I'm snowed in. I'm stuck in the house with y'all, and I was going to be here anyway, but I ain't going outside. So I'm here with you, nice and warm in the house. So, yeah, I do appreciate every last one of you. I really do. If you can, hype up the video. So, y'all, this feels like someone's under federal investigation already. Um, is this lawsuit going to be something that's going to be fact finding for a federal investigation, or is it something that's going to be completely separate? Oh. Look at who we have here. Oh my God. Look at who we have here. Is that the King of Wands? Why am I not surprised? I see someone say, post my reading information. If you'd like to get a reading with me, a 30-minute reading is $44, an hour reading is $88, an ancestral reading is $111. And if you need criminal investigation aid, that reading is $250, and it's a 3-hour block of time. You can email me for a reading at angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? The High Priestess, the Lovers, and the King of Wands. But the Queen of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Oh, wait. Lord have mercy. Damn, lemon head, you just sharing bad luck everywhere you go, allegedly. Four of Pentacles and Temperance. Now, I don't know what's going on. Somebody in this equation needs a second chance financially. They're trying to have balance through a new beginning. Thank you. Many blessings to you. Hold on, I'm trying to put some love on this. Y'all, it's funny because I got the smaller nails on and my fingers still feel like they don't want to function. There we go. Thank you. Heavenly Father, give it back to her tenfold. Yeah, somebody needs balance through a new beginning financially. They're trying to get their footing some kind of way. And this is also somebody being stubborn about, being able to have a second chance in the narrative. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Said, thank you, Angel. You have blessed us with back-to-back videos. I appreciate all that you do. Oh, I thank y'all for being here. Like I wouldn't be able to do what I do the way that I do it without you being here. So it's a collaborative effort. I appreciate every last one of you. Yeah, this is a mess that warms my heart. It's the usual suspects some kind of way tangled up in this. And it's coming out somehow, some way in court. Oh, yeah, the Ten of Wands. This judgment is going to be very, very harsh. The Hermit mode, we're talking about Dark Night of the Soul, Ten of Wands. It's going to be unbearable. Ooh, wee. Harvey, what you get yourself into? Y'all, this is something I never thought I'd ever see in my whole entire life. I gotta say allegedly, I gotta say allegedly, but have you ever seen a Jewish lawyer need a Jewish lawyer? We might actually get to witness that. Oh, you said 32726 is getting closer and blessing you, Angel. Keep going strong. Thank you. I greatly appreciate you. Many blessings to you. God get us back to him tenfold. Okay, y'all, I got to get my longer nails. My fingers are not functioning properly with these little, and I know to y'all these are not little, but they're little to me. Listen, it's petty. I know it. It is a very petty problem. But I gotta go back to my room. Oh my God. Y'all, they're about to go down in a major way. And I don't think they've ever expected to see this. Like, all jokes aside, have you ever seen a Jewish lawyer need a Jewish lawyer? I mean, it's a first time for everything, but sheesh. Say maybe because they're stiletto. It could be. I don't know. I think it's because they feel little. People who aren't used to me be like, those ain't little. They are little to me. These are my kitten nails. Thank you, Justice. Oh, there go my commercial information. Yeah, everybody who wants to know how to book me is right down here in the chat. Thank you, Justice. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, look at you. You're a blessing. Thank you. Welcome to membership. Welcome to membership. Everybody's coming in. Welcome to membership. We will be live tomorrow in membership for all of the new people who just got invited to membership. You'll see when you're able to go into membership. Oh, look who got caught up in the membership suite. Millie the Mystic. Hey, boo. Hey. I'll see you in membership. Yay. Yeah, it's lots of anxiety. This is a situation to where they thought that this was going to like be in and out, no big deal, business as usual. Okay, business as usual. Move around, nothing here to see. but it's not working that way. It feels like this was supposed to be able to put Nikki in a situation where she would be in anxiety. Somebody wants her to flip out and go crazy, and then they'll report on it and, talk about her mental health and, do this whole narrative about how she needs to be, put away somewhere in one of those little jackets where you hug yourself, that type of foolishness. So, yeah, it just it gives me the energy that they're going to find some type of correspondence, whether it's emails, whether it's text messages of some kind, where they're going to see that there's a concerted effort to collude, to defame her, to show her in a certain light. They're going to find the evidence. And it could possibly be in the weirdest possible way, to where they're looking for something else, a whole nother unrelated case, and they come across that information while researching something else totally unrelated. So, thank you. Y'all so sweet. Many blessings to all of you. Said they're strangely obsessed with her. It's scary to witness. Um, I think it's bigger than just her. And I agree with what you said, but we're going to find out about them and the narrative and things that have happened and things that have been said throughout the years with a lot of people. This is going to open a powder keg, because once this happens, people are not going to be afraid or ashamed to come forward and really just have at it. You're gonna start seeing accusations left and right. I don't know why my head just started itching, y'all. I don't know if that's a channeling thing or just dry scalp, but it's like in this one spot. As soon as I said everybody's gonna come forward, it just like right here. You're gonna have a lot of people coming forward, people that you probably haven't seen in years, that are going to come forward, and they're going to start talking about how TMZ has been the downfall of their career. They said this, they said that, allegedly. Said it's a channeling thing. I don't know why that is. Listen, I'm telling you, as soon as I said they coming, it was like this whole little spot right here, just in this one spot in my head. Is that where his little bald spot is? I'm joking, but really not joking. Is that where his little bald spot is? Because he might worry the rest of his hair thin. I'm telling you, y'all, this is about to be. This is about to be an onslaught of people that are going to come forward. Now, of course, we know Jaguar Wright said that they've been lying on her for years, but it just seems like every 3 months they make Jaguar seem less and less crazy. It's going to get to the point to where people are going to be like, okay, we know she's a little eccentric, but is she crazy? So many people are about to start telling, and I already told y'all that. So many people are about to start telling that it's gonna be weird. It's like, did Jaguar get lost in like the tide of snitchery? Like it's like waves and waves and waves crashing in of people that are going to come forward and tell their stories, and whether they turn them into podcasts, whether they end up on the stand, y'all, The Snitch Olympics is in full effect. Full effect. Remember, I told y'all the street code is done. Telling is the new currency. Snitching is the new clout. They're going to call it interviewing and podcasting, but it's snitching. And there's going to be a lot of men conversing and snitching. This is going to be the biggest era of masculine gossip and snitching that we have ever seen, but it's going to be highly profitable. Okay? Highly profitable. People are going to be telling other people's stories, and you're going to have full podcasts of, yeah, I heard that about 20, 25 years ago. Show did. Show enough. Can you imagine a whole entire podcast of people talking about, I heard that too? You said your hands look smaller with those nails, Angel. Don't they? It's I don't know what happened. It's like these are like my starter hands. Oh man. Let's go back on in here to see what's going on with TMZ allegedly. Queen of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. So they want her to be ostracized. They want Nikki to be out in the cold. They want to report poverty. They want people to think that she's gone broke. They want people to separate from her and to completely leave her out here alone. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Funny thing is, I keep seeing that Nikki ends up with new businesses. This is the most wealthy, brokest person I've ever seen. If she broke, I want to be Nikki's type of broke, because this is like she just keep coming up with new businesses, and the businesses are successful, and nobody ever likes to talk about them. They like to talk about her being broke, but every time I say broke, I'm literally looking at a new business. If this is what you call broke, I think I want to know more about this. True story. Check my phone. Somebody sent me a cash app. Oh, thank you. I got my ringer off, so I didn't hear it. Thank you, Miss Ellis. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Chariot, strength. Y'all, no matter what they do to her, she's still going to find the strength to move on, and she's going to get stronger. Her influence is going to get stronger. They're going to, for the first time, get media pushback. See, when you sign up for the MAGA Friends and Family package, you get a bunch of wealthy people that are prepared to clap back. And they go and investigate, and they get very petty, and they put all types of facts out in chronological order on your behalf. Mm-hmm. Y'all see how he came back and was talking about Nikki, and then the president came back and called him a loser? Or she did Turning Point, and they tried to say that she deactivated her Instagram after Turning Point, and Vice President JD Vance came out and was like, no, it actually was deactivated here, 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 and here. Baby, I want to see how these people swing back. on MAGA because MAGA runs the Associated Press. And the Associated Press is what gets off into the global news. Said yesterday someone threatened Nikki on X, and one of Trump's advisors tagged the FBI director, and now that page is gone. Well, I bet you they got picked up too. That page was deactivated, and they probably are somewhere sitting in an office with Homeland Security answering some very interesting questions and don't have the money for the type of lawyer that they need. Lord, they better leave Nikki alone. I don't think they figured it out yet. I don't think they figured it out yet. You know, I've told y'all what's going on. So, come on, shirt, stay in the right place. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, they're going to be juggling from here on out on how they come forward and deliver their messages, what they choose to report as news. Um, Somebody is shook over there. And I feel like they've already received some kind of legal paperwork, some kind of summons. Hold on. Thought it was something that I missed. Okay, I don't know if you are trolling me or not, but you're having a full conversation about something. So thank you for your engagement. And I hope whoever you find is the love of your life and you're happy. So the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. We're going to find out more. Yeah, they're going to court, and it feels like they're going to have to produce evidence of how they make revenue for this show. Why are we getting off into their financial information and how they make revenue for this show? This right here shows me, y'all, that this is something that's going to be major. They are going to have to go to court because the only time you have to turn over financial records is if the judge wants to see if you have, whatever the funds are for a judgment. Would you say, who's Nikki? Don't worry about it, baby. Just enjoy yourself. Just. Wait a minute. Out of all the stuff you said, that's the only thing that got you zapped. Who's Nikki? They said, damn it, we done had enough of your shit. Now you done gave us all these paragraphs about this damn phantom relationship. But when you said who's Nikki, it's enough is enough. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh, Lord have mercy. You said that's fighting words. Oh, oh, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tears. Oh, 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 damn. I said out of all the things you could have said, Devin said, "Who's Nikki? Get your ass out of here." Security. Oh, oh. Okay, I'm back. Whew. Whew. I'm back. That probably shouldn't have tickled me that bad, but that was hilarious, y'all. Oh man, Three of Pentacles and the Tower. You're about to see everybody who came together and colluded together to, say, who's Nikki? Whoever the secret hidden hands were that came together to slander Nikki and possibly many others, they're going to have a tower moment. And this is something that they can't come back from. Oh, Lord. So, yeah. We're going to find out how they manifest, who all work together, who Oh man. Yeah. Page of Swords. They're being watched. So while they're working, giving us content, they're being watched. Someone's job is now to watch the people who are giving us the news on Hollywood. So allegedly, y'all, it looks like they are under some kind of investigation and they will be brought into question about some of the people that they may have allegedly colluded with um, to cause hardships and to possibly put out narratives that are false. Now, the closer we get off into this Aries energy, the more feisty people are getting. And I warned y'all to be prepared for how things are going to manifest going off into February. February is going to be nuts, okay? Governor Newsom, baby, he got on TV and he got to popping it. And he said he tired of Trump. He not gonna kiss the ring. He tired of people just bowing down. He's not gonna do it. Y'all, he was all in his feelings. It was like one of those commercials where he needed a Snickers. And I'm thinking to myself, like, sir, you have some really, really big things that you need to be concerned with. This is way better than, or way bigger rather than a pissing contest. You can't win this one. You're like the little 5-year-old windmilling on his 15-year-old big brother. This is not an equal match. Surprise, surprise. Sing surprise, surprise. Said Mars is in Capricorn. And see, Mars being in Capricorn means that it's going to be steady in that energy because Capricorn is grounded. Capricorn is a slow brooding energy. So when you got war and you got a grounded energy coming together, Lord have mercy. This is about to be a war. Said Neptune goes into Aries on a few days. January 26th, get your popcorn. Yes. Yes, yes. The Gavin loves Gavin. Listen, he better leave that Gemini alone. I told y'all that the Gemini energy, anybody that has Gemini highly aspected in their chart is not to be played with right now, because the Geminis literally are merging both of the twins in the energy and they're going Super Saiyan right now. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Ever since I got to that TMZ energy, it's like right here. I, this has to be Harvey Levin activating his little ball patch. I'm telling you, because it's like soon as I started talking about court and exposure, it was just right here in this one spot. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Also, I want y'all to pay attention to the difference in social media, because you're going to see a huge change. Okay, you're going to see a very huge change from, I want to say, legacy media versus new media, and then you're going to see like what feels like splinter cells separate on both sides. Now, remember when I told you you're going to see new media merge together with legacy media, and they're going to be people that they're going to work together with? Nick Shirley is a perfect example of new media merging with legacy media. The fact that he just went to go testify before Congress about research that he was doing is crazy. But that goes back to that reading that I told y'all, that you're going to have Trump and people in the higher levels of media. I told y'all Trump he be in his bed like, what did I tell y'all? He gonna be on there like, yes, I seen him on the TikTok. That's why I kept the TikTok. You know, they was voting for me over there on the TikTok. There's a fine young man over here on the TikTok. What did he bring him in? Bring him in. I want to see what he found. Nick Shirley is the perfect example of that. Like, I mean, when I tell you I cut my TV on today and my algorithm was split in between two major stories right now: Minnesota and Tyrone Davis Jr. Justice for Dro. Literally split down the middle. And the Justice for Dro situation, the more that comes out about that story, baby, I'm gonna tell you something. That bank account that Dro had, I want to say it was either his auntie or his sister. He had a joint account. Couldn't have been my relative, because while they're investigating you, I'm getting you locked up for all that money you took out of his account. Because if my name is on the account and he's no longer here to say anything about it, that means you stole from me. You're going to already be sitting down when they tell you you need to sit down. Couldn't have been me. I don't care if it's $5 out of my account. Get her. I want the service fee added to the money that she stole out of my account too. Said Waltz has been oddly quiet. I'll be quiet too. Have you heard what he's been accused of lately? Governor Tim Walz? Didn't that situation where the man possibly unalived somebody, didn't that man say that the governor put him up to it? What wasn't that something he said? And everybody just looked over that. Nobody paid any attention to the fact that that man accused the governor of Minnesota for giving him the order to do something like that. So they said she took 3 lie detector tests and passed. Baby, they not gonna give you 3 lie detector tests. If you have to keep taking lie detector tests, something happened. Now, they may have wanted her to take it more than once because maybe she took a medication and they needed to check and see if that was her normal heart rate and pulse. But you don't just keep taking lie detector tests, not no 3. And that case is still open and active, and it's still a active investigation. I saw a screenshot, y'all, of a message that she sent him that was so disturbing. We'll say alleged screenshot, okay? This alleged screenshot, she told him that she would unalive herself in front of him and make him watch. What? You gonna force me to watch you off yourself? That's the type of messages you're sending to your boyfriend, allegedly? And then they said that she had an issue with possible alleged alcohol and violence, and there was an incident at the Crown Plaza, I believe, in Miami, and she got arrested for jumping on him. Now, I don't know how true this is, but there's a vlogger who, I don't know if I saw this last night or early this morning, but the vlogger said that days before Dro passed away, Mimi, who is Mimi? Lord, Lulu. There we go. Lulu, Kiera. Days before Dro passed away, she altered the life insurance policy. My question is, why do you have a life insurance policy on a man that you are not married to and you don't have children with that man? What is the purpose? What is the reason for you to have a life insurance policy on a man that you have no children with and you're not married? Like I said, this is alleged. I don't know how true this is, but this was in a YouTuber's blog in the last 24 hours. Now, Money Maya, I definitely believe so. That doesn't seem to not fit her character, in my opinion, because no matter what happened, why did you go and take every penny he had out of his bank account after you realized that he was not going to be able to get up and walk out that hospital? He had 3 phones, y'all. They only found 1 phone at the scene. So did she take the other 2 phones until she found the information for his banking and then transferred everything from the phones that she may have had in her possession? Because I feel like they need to check, the phones to see what towers they pinged off of after, you know, they left the The cabin. When they left that cabin, we need to know where all four of those phones pinged. Her phone and his three phones. Where were all of those phones? Did any of those phones ended up in a separate place from him when all of this happened? Because her going down the street to the gas station, her story was she went down the street to the gas station. She was waiting for him to come down there to meet her. Why, I don't know, because you claim he got mad and then he got hot and he got out the car because he was hot. I said, now that's a stupid ass lie. Now, if you're going to say he got out because he was mad, okay, I could see him getting out of the vehicle because he's mad. But got out because he was hot? Your vehicle don't have AC? He gonna get out in the middle of traffic and fall out and get, possibly hit by a car allegedly because he was hot. I don't know what type of Hennessy she drank. I don't want it. And then where he was found was past the hotel that they were supposed to be going to. So here's Jimmy John's, here's the hotel. He's here. He's past the destination where the both of you were supposed to be going to. So you mean to tell me you went to the gas station away from him instead of going to the room that the two of you were supposed to be checked into? I wouldn't have left my man in the middle of the street. You're not getting out in the middle of the street. I don't give a damn what you want to argue about. You're not getting out in traffic. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not putting you out or allowing you to get out in a busy intersection in traffic. But she told the family that he fell and hit his head at the gas station. And then there's no video of him ever coming to the gas station. And then she tells everybody at the scene that she was waiting at the gas station for him to come and meet her there, but he didn't show up and she was there for 5 minutes. The people who actually found him in the street said that they were out there for almost 30 minutes with the first responders before she showed up. Said that poor man and he didn't deserve that. No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, and the food, the pizza was across the street, but the box of chicken was placed at his feet, perfectly at his feet. And the box wasn't broken, it wasn't crumpled, the chicken was intact. It's just a lot of stories that she's come up with that don't make sense, they don't connect, and then she keeps changing the story. Everybody that tries to sympathize with her, at the end of the day, you cannot explain why a woman who says she lost the love of her life and they had planned their life together, why would she go and withdraw every penny he has from the bank instead of being at the hospital by his side, waiting for his family? Why didn't she ride to the hospital with him in the EMS? I mean, I still can't get how did he get out of the vehicle in traffic? You're not getting out of my vehicle in traffic. And the hotel is right over here, kitty corner across the street. But the truth is going to come out, y'all. Truth is definitely going to come out. I think when it comes down to it, and I talked about this in tarot class, we pulled on it. Um, I believe, in my opinion, and what I saw spiritually, is the plan was to lay him in the street have somebody to run over him, and then claim that it was a hit and run, and it would just be ruled an accident. And they try to say he was trying to cross the interstate and somebody hit him, and unfortunately he passed away in a hit and run. And if someone had have hit him, they assume that it would have masked the injury that he had, and you wouldn't have been able to tell the difference between the physical injury versus the injuries from a possible car running him over. But it didn't happen that way. The people who ended up coming across him, they all talked about they saw paper in the street. The guy slowed down because he saw the paper. He didn't see Tyrone at first. Found out that it was money. He went to gather the money, saw Tyrone on the ground, and they used their cars to block traffic to keep someone from hitting him. So no one ever got to hit him as far as what those people saw. And those people got him out of the street. And they said that he had no injuries to any of his outer extremities. The only injury he had was to the back of his head. No tire marks, nothing. Nothing showed that he had been injured in traffic. It was only assumed because he had an injury and was laying on the ground. So that's the energy that I got. When she said it was a mistake, I do believe that it was a mistake, but I do also believe that she has a horrible temper. She flew off the handle. It went too far. She got somebody to help her, and they thought that they were going to get away with it if they just came up with this plan to make it appear like he got hurt in traffic. Said, do you think someone helped her? Oh, I definitely believe someone helped her. I definitely believe someone helped her, for sure. Definitely. Sadly, I believe if it was later in the day, because this happened in the afternoon, y'all. When these people found when they found him, he was still hanging on to life. This happened around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So had it have been later in the evening, possibly maybe 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, when the sun is going down and it's darker, they may not have seen him in the street and somebody may have actually hit him. No, I didn't tap into Romika Meek's Black Men case. Said that came up from the very first reading Angel did on them. You're right. Said that person's going to snitch. It's just a matter of time. I didn't see that it was just gonna be somebody snitching. What me and Cass, shout out to Cass Tarot. What me and Cass saw was that there is an unlikely witness, or there is a camera angle from one of those traffic cameras that's going to clear up a lot of information, something that they didn't expect. If it's not a traffic camera, it's possibly one of the businesses that is in the area that just happens to be, the camera happens to be positioned at an angle. But somebody saw something. And when they contested that the homeless person, because remember they said there was a homeless person out there that saw him get out the vehicle and fall to the ground, which is kind of crazy to me, because if he got out the vehicle and he fell to the ground, let's say that's plausible. You mean to tell me you were behind the wheel with a boot on your foot and you pulled off and you didn't see him laying on the ground in your rear view mirror when you pulled off? We're talking about four something, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The homeless person allegedly saw him get out and fall to the ground, but you didn't see nothing. You just went to the gas station and sat down there. Just, I will never get past the idea that she went and took every dime he had out of his account while he laid in the hospital and his family had to make the final decision. If that's love, I don't want none of that. Don't give me any of that. Right, said tell one lie, gotta keep telling another lie. Yeah, until you run out of them or you can't keep up. Said I've been seeing that Romika play out on TikTok. I can't wait for Carlos Losway, whatever the hell he want to call himself. I can't wait for him to get his part of this because none of this would have happened without Carlos. Matter of fact, y'all, um, I want to delve into Carlos while we're talking about it. Let's look off into Loso's way. Let's see what's gonna come for Carlos, Romika Blackman's baby daddy, and Holly Quadasia's baby daddy. And according to some of the folks out in Chicago, his secret boyfriend's baby daddy. Let's see what's going on with him and what's the energy going to be with how this is going to work out for him now that Holly is facing. How many charges is she facing now? She just got hit with like another 6. Ooh, that's got to suck. You're in the county pregnant, and they just keep hitting you and hitting you and hitting you with charges. And the judge said, "No, ma'am, no, ma'am, Pam, no, you can't get out." And now you got a baby out here with no mother. You got a baby that you're about to give birth to in the county. And at the end of the day, he was still running after Romika. You running after him, and nobody ends up with him, but possibly the guy down to the gym, allegedly. Now, ain't that crazy? Yeah, she's currently in jail pregnant. It ain't enough D in the world to put yourself in a position like this. And when it come down to, the whole entire thing is jealousy, is lack of self-love, is lack of accountability. Nah, it ain't never that good. And if it ever get that good, I don't want it. I don't want no piece that's gonna make me do any of this. You took that woman's life in broad daylight, right in the same vicinity of her child's school, point blank, right in the face. And for what? And he had the audacity to have her in the headlock talking about he was trying to restrain her. But what he didn't know was those people were recording him and they caught him going through her phone. Because remember, her phone was not with her. He took his phone, he took her phone. They caught him at the scene like this going through the phone. And the word on the street is he was trying to get next to her phone because he was afraid that she got information on him and his DL lifestyle, and he was afraid that she was going to out him. So let's tap into Low Soul's way. And let's see what's happening with Loso. Let's see what his karma is going to be. Show me the energy around Carlos, Romika Blackman's child's father, her baby daddy. Show me Loso. Ah! I love this for him. They're going to find out more details. And he thought that he was home free, y'all. Looks like he could be exposed soon and possibly go to jail as well. I don't have to go any further. That's all I need. So you mean to tell me you could be exposed and possibly go to prison too? Let's see. Is Holly gonna flip? Is Holly gonna flip? Are they gonna turn state property on each other? Is Holly gonna flip? How is he gonna go? Two of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. Y'all, his story is dicey. Two of Pentacles. Like they're juggling with this self-defense story, the wounded warrior. Romika would be the wounded warrior in this situation. So it's like right now his freedom is on a ledge. It's teeter-tottering. They're taking their time with this. They could be building a case. Oh, here come them boys. The Chariot, the Magician. So he really thought that he was getting away with this. They're watching him. They're not done with him. He could be brought in sometime soon. It's kind of interesting. It's they're slow rolling this for sure. It's almost like they're trying to see how much they could charge him with, what can stick. Ace of Cups and Two of Swords. So it's a wrap for him and Holly. Not after the love is gone. Okay, so after the love is gone, tell me what's going to happen now that they realize that this relationship is not going to move any further. And the whole entire, but I love my baby mama, I never let her go. Now that that's out of the window. Ten of Swords, the lovers. Oh, betrayal from the lovers. Y'all, they about to backstab each other. Isn't this wonderful for them? The couple that possibly does a crime together also snitches on each other and goes to prison together. So you betrayed your baby mother, had her life taken from her by your other baby mother, but now it looks like they are betraying each other. Okay? So you get yourself into this situation where you take the life of his other child's mother, trying to show loyalty, trying to prove that this is my man now, trying to eliminate the competition allegedly. And you found out Loso is all about himself. The very person you love and you claim you did this for just betrayed you. Y'all, Los is a dirty piece of work. So he's already betrayed her. He's thrown her under the bus already. You're locked up for this man right now, carrying his baby, can't get out, and it looks like he's turned on her. He's already, is this a statement that he's given? Knight of Swords came forward with a statement. Swiftly. Better you than me. They got you. Yeah, I stay out here and keep the kids. It's been real. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. The moon. What's the other side of this that we don't know about? Ten of Pentacles. Okay, it's something, it's a monetary part of this that we don't know about. Y'all, Ten of Pentacles is a lot of money. Don't be surprised if you find out these two were cracking cards or running some type of money scam. It's like they may have allegedly been doing multiple types of crimes to get money, and that's what really tied these two together. So here it is. Bonnie and Clyde have come to the end of the road. I don't know if this is PPP loan, but this could be those money transferring things or allegedly credit cards. Um, it's a huge secret to how they were getting large amounts of money. Eight of Cups. Yeah, she didn't even expect this. He walked away from her. He like, it's been real. It's been real. Eight of Cups, walking away from you. Six of Wands, walking away towards victory. Y'all, this is treacherous. I mean, Hallie is stupid, but this is treacherous. Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. What I tell y'all, these two relationship was built on busting down them jooks, getting that money. They may allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, been running scams, getting that work. This feels like they were heavy in the paint with some kind of fraud to get money. And this is what was the staple of their relationship. She may have caught herself loving him, but he loved the dough. So do not be surprised if it comes out that they got some kind of wire scheme fraud, bank fraud, credit card fraud. It feels very fraudy, okay? Lots and lots of money through hidden licks. Said learned it from Diddy's father allegedly. Oh, oh. Oh Lord. See these little kitten nails. There we go. It's hard for me to put these likes on here. Yeah, y'all. It's when she went to jail, she was looking at this as her soulmate, the person that she loved, the person she gonna be with. He was all about the money. So Two of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Judgment. Holly, I don't know how many times I'm gonna call you stupid in one reading. But the Two of Pentacles to the Ace of Wands, baby, that was some sidewalk penis. Okay? That wasn't just yours. Okay? He was outside. He was passing this around to multiple people. So while you're jealous, allegedly, of his other baby mama, to the point that you would hurt her because you don't want competition, you still had competition. You still had competition. He juggled you no matter what. I need some people to get some self-esteem. You willing to hurt somebody over an ashy piece of sausage? This is like licking a bus station bathroom wall. It was out there for everybody. You were supposed to just have your turn and just be satisfied while it was your turn. He was never your man, it was your turn. Oh, God. Says she can be on that show for my man. This is definitely a for my man episode for sure. Perfect episode for my man. Now she got public humiliation, scrutiny, embarrassment, regret. Oh, she ready to tell the truth about everything. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, she realized that he played her. He threw her under the bus. Now she gonna want to snitch on him. Oh, look at that. Said I knew he had multiple women. It's always been that. Wow. I mean, Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. I mean, this is like that scissor song. Your man is my man, and my man is your man on the weekend. It looks like no matter how far she went with this relationship, she was always going to be sharing. So she in here hurt, her feelings hurt. The death card, she's realizing that everything she loved has come to an end. The death card under the Ace of Cups. So, she in there playing the victim, like, I can't believe I'm in here. I can't believe he did me like this. I can't believe this is my life. I can't believe I can actually die in here. Mm. Tell me something about this betrayal, the Ten of Swords. Yeah. It's too much for her to bear. Mentally, emotionally, physically, she can't handle this. Everything she invested in, Seven of Pentacles to the Ten of Wands. You invested in a burden, and now you can't get out of it. And now you've been betrayed, and that's a burden. Like she feel like she been hit front, back, side to side. He literally hit her with a Mack truck, backed up over, drove over again. It's like, damn, how did I get in this situation? And I can't believe that you would do this to me. I thought you loved me. Girl, he loved the money. He loved whatever the arrangement that y'all had when it came to getting money. This the type that he tell that same lie to everybody, and all his girls somehow, some way might be a part of what he does, which helps him bust them jugs and get that money because new person, new scam, new hustle, new name, new scam. You got it, like rinse, wash, repeat. It becomes new every time a new person enters the chat. The Star. Knight of Swords. So there's going to be some new developments come February around this case, especially when it comes to judgment. This judge is not playing with Holly. Oh my God. This is terrible. This is terrible. The Devil and the Six of Swords. So, she's falling with the Moon and the Devil. She's worried because she doesn't know if she's going to be the only one holding the bag, and then here it is, he gets to go free. She was like, we got away with this, right? Because it took so long for them to, I think it was more so the public outrage of it, but it took so long for this case to turn around, and then they came back and got her. So here it is. It's like, we got away with this. We ain't got to worry about this. We can move on with our life. We can go ahead and do what we gonna do, which is crazy because no sooner she got pregnant, they were on to her, and it was literally like the case had got new life, and now here it is. You're looking at, he could get away with everything. He could leave all of this behind and move forward. Ten of Cups, the family, and the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, he's already left her. You know, well, I mean, she in jail, so I mean, shit. But it's like the weight of the world is on her. Only support she has is from her family, and even with that, that's dwindling. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, she thought that she had invested in something that was stable, like this was something that was going to last the test of time. Girl, Holly, did you actually meet your baby daddy? I mean, did y'all sleep together twice and you really didn't know him? Because I don't see how you had all these forever plans with Mr. Temporary. Everything about him is flighty until the money show up. Everything about him is flighty, literally, until the money show up. I mean, he's giving me prostitute vibes. You can have him as long as the price is right. He's very transactional, allegedly. Ain't no telling how many baby mamas he really got. This man can have children all across Cook County. Three of Cups. Yeah, they celebrated. She thought that they were going to get married. All he was worried about was getting more money. Lord have mercy. It's almost like they lived on two totally different planets. Here's the celebration. She thought that this was going to be her husband. Thought all this man was worried about was bossing up and getting his money. And how I know this is true, I wish y'all could see my table. Matter of fact, I'll hold it up. Two of Pentacles, juggling, flighty energy. Ace of Wands, okay? That BDE energy. This is letting you know this is for the street. Three of Cups. He had multiple chicks that he was kicking it with. He wasn't serious with nobody. Everybody got a piece here, there, and everywhere. And see, because he had an unusual amount of money, you know, everybody let him come through, slide through, throw a couple of dollars. But he would do that so that he could link up with whoever these chicks are and try to get them to invest in whatever it is that's making him money. Whatever this under the table thing is that they do to get money. So, hmm. High Priestess and the Seven of Cups. It's so many secrets between these two. Here it is. He had many options, okay? And people gonna be surprised at the type of options he had. Some of these options are very eccentric. I'll say that. Very eccentric, okay? Also, somebody got a substance abuse problem as well, allegedly. He was off into a whole bunch of sneaky freaky things. It's about to be so embarrassing for Holly when the man who she thought was going to be her husband get exposed some more and some more and some more and some more. Yes, he had a buffet, a whole cornucopia, all different types of fruits, berries, and seafood arrangements. So something about this relationship between him and her, Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is either unearned income or undocumented income or money that's on the floor in the streets. Okay. And that falls under Ace of Cups, death, and love. So now the money all messed up. So he can't make the moves that he want to make because he know he being watched, and he making a block hot. Not the people you possibly scheme and scam with. Like, get your ass away from over here. They want you. Don't come over here and make it to where we can't move around the way we need to move around, and you slowing our money up standing next to us. Oh God. So yeah, he figures, y'all, he gonna take the money and run. So whatever money that they made, this is so dirty because Six of Pentacles is a large amount of money. Yeah, he may have put like, a couple dollars here and there on her lawyer, and it took it took the bag. And when it come down to it, she like, quit playing, put the money on my lawyer so I can get some help. And it's like, well, I gotta give you a little here and a little there. I can't just be giving money like that, because then the government gonna look at me and wonder where I get this money from. So he's playing all in her face. Oh my God. Yeah, Holly knows the truth now about him betraying her. But we're going to find out more about what actually happened that day. Um, because y'all, this feels like they lured her into a setup. Because you got the both of them over here, Tweedledee and Tweedle Dumbass over here, the lovers, and then the wounded warrior. It feels like these two may have allegedly lured her into a situation to wound her. It may have been planned for her to fight her allegedly, but not for it to go as far as it went. Why would you want to fight the other mother of his child for what? What were you getting out of that? What were you getting out of that? She didn't come to you. You caught her after she dropped her son off at school. You had to catch her to have an altercation with her. She didn't even deal with you like that. She wasn't messing with you. Damn, this girl. She just I can't stop calling her dumb, because I mean, this is just stupid. Yeah, caught her by herself, the independent woman, the wounded warrior. They plotted allegedly to catch her by herself. Here she is by herself, and then here she is wounded. I do not believe she was supposed to end up losing her life. At least, this is Carlos energy. They was gonna pull up and put hands on her. I think he knew that. Um, she wasn't supposed to actually lose her life. So this feels like he was all for the smoke when it came to them putting hands on her, having Holly beat her up. Now you got heartbreak in the hermit mode. Literally, she locked up down there in the county on some Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald. I'm on my own. How did it end this way? This wasn't how it was supposed to be. Yeah, you on your own. Look at you. Just by yourself and done. Horrible. Y'all caught this woman by herself. And it feels like the plan was to block her in, to trap her, and to physically assault her. Not to take her life. Yeah, the strength card and the six of wands. So yeah, he did mean to overpower her. I do see that this is the reason why Romika didn't want to be bothered with them in the first place, especially him, because he may have a history of, being a coward, putting his hands on women. He can't get his way. He like to allegedly cause DV situations. So I don't think that this is new for his energy. What was new is that he had somebody that was dumb enough to ride along with him on his Bonnie and Clyde to go do something to the other woman, which she wasn't even the other woman. She just didn't want to be bothered with him. Show me why they were going to do this. Ain't that about nothing? Wounded warrior, nine of wands and the two of wands. Two of wands represents choice. They chose to. So this is like they were stubborn about doing this. They chose to. So they were going to go to jail one way or the other, but it feels like they were possibly supposed to go to jail for assault, but it ended up taking a turn for the worse. As if this isn't bad, but it took a turn for the worse. Yeah. So the magician. They definitely manifested judgment, but see, he was trying to manipulate a situation. Why was he trying to manipulate a situation? What's going on here? Why was he trying to manipulate a situation? King of Wands, King of Swords. Y'all, I'm really believing the story about him and his adult antics, okay? Him and possibly being a part of the LGBTQ was a huge part of why this happened, because King of Swords is a truth teller. Holly, you did this out of jealousy and to prove something to your man who was trying to hide from the rest of the world that he possibly allegedly had a man. Carlos, I hope every man you have ever dealt with, allegedly, exposes you all across the internet. I hope it all comes out in court. I hope every possible one you've ever been with, I don't care if it's transgender, I don't care if it's gym rat, I don't care if it's a pastor, a deacon, I don't care if it's a bartender down to the flamingo room. I hope they all expose you, because this wasn't worth all of that. Living your truth and things like this don't have to happen. I want y'all to look at this. You got the Chariot, the Five of Cups, the High Priestess, and the King of Wands. Trying to hurry up and move forward, catch her in the vehicle over something shameful that could have led to public humiliation. Five of Cups. Something that was a huge secret. High Priestess. Nobody was supposed to know about how you throw that thing. King of Wands. Now, I have to say this is all alleged, but allegedly, your son's mother is no longer here because you didn't want anybody to know that you like somebody's son, possibly a few people's son. I could just imagine what Romika was told. You got them long dreads. They probably was pulling on them and everything. Just, mm-hmm. And you took somebody's life over this, Holly. You were jealous, trying to keep your man, while somebody else, man, was keeping your man, allegedly. You so worried about the women that you didn't understand that the person spotting him at the gym was possibly spotting him somewhere else. Not dreadhead do it the best. Ooh wee. Would you say living your truth? He may love prison. I mean, if he get to go, he at least he'll be able to have those dreads pulled just the way he like them. A lot, allegedly. I mean, if two people who didn't need to be together could ever be in the same equation, it's Carlos and Holly. Holly full of low self-esteem, trying to prove her loyalty, trying to make somebody love her. He's with her because she got low self-esteem and she don't love herself, so she'll accept him and all of the stuff that he trying to hide. But he don't love himself, so he don't want nobody to know about what he really like because he's a coward and he's afraid that people won't love him if they know what he likes. And it's just a bunch of lies that built a fraudulent relationship, and now all of it is coming down, unfortunately, at Romika's expense. How did he find out Romika knew? How did he find out Romika knew? Queen of Cups, the Emperor. Y'all, it feels like her intuition. It's like her intuition. She always knew something was up with her baby daddy. But how did she get this message? How did he know? Thank you, sweetheart. Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Yeah. Y'all, let's just say he may have been into certain activities, or may have started getting off into certain activities for payments. Because remember, I said he loves the dough. So he may have got off into certain alleged third party situations because they brought opportunities, they brought money. Yes, baby, for the pay. He was afraid that she was going to tell the truth about how he really get down. So he devised this plan with Tweedle Dumbass to get her to go and fight his baby mama because he wanted to see what was in her phone. This is all this was about. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Deep in his feelings, drowning in his emotions, can't say nothing. If that ain't DL energy, I don't know what is. Can't say nothing about what you really love, what you really like. Opportunities attached to what you can't talk about. Heartbreak, obsession about this secret, the moon, the devil, the three of swords, the three of wands. He was obsessed with keeping this quiet. And this is why he wanted to corner her, catch her by herself, have her stuck to where she couldn't move. Y'all, the plan could have even been that where they, you park in front of her, I park behind her, she can't move, and we'll block her in traffic. Oh yeah, everybody definitely gonna know. And we gonna know a whole bunch of stories, because once the stories start coming out, more and more stories are going to come out, and people are going to find out that this ain't no one-time thing. This is a lifestyle. This is a whole secret lifestyle that he did not want exposed. And it feels like it was all attached to money, all attached to scheming, all attached to hustling. So Holly didn't even know how he was getting his money. And while she's so jealous, worried about the other woman, baby, you should have been worried about that sausage factory that he was running through. Or possibly was running through him. Hmm. Feels like the second one is more so why he don't want nobody to know. Told you somebody had them dreads. Allegedly. So, I mean, he's a prisoner of his own closeted lifestyle. I knew something was wrong when I see that little medium ass mustache, little Hitler mustache with the dreads. That don't match. Have y'all seen the videos of him working out? Those videos of him working out were suspect to me. I didn't need much more than that. How the person spotting you got their stuff right here? You ain't got to stand that close. I'm lifting and you just, what if you drop one just right here? I ain't never seen a man spot another man like that. Never. Never seen another man spot another man like that. Carlos, why you at the gym working out and the man is like this right over your forehead? You had to feel the moistness, the steam off his body. That probably turned you on with the musky fragrance, the perspiration, and just the closeness of it all. It was just, I'm getting so excited. Quit waving your man meat all over my face in public. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Just like, who lifts weights like that? You getting spotted and it just, what type of damn exercises y'all do down to the gym where you work out? I'm so serious, Tiffany. Like, the dude was spotting them, and literally, let's say this the dude. He laying back getting spotted. Why is it this close to your forehead? What are y'all doing? Why is his drawers not functioning properly that he just. I don't like that type of workout. I don't want to know you like that. And I've had some strange trainers. That's why I haven't had a trainer in a while. Because some of them stretches get a little too extra. Like, now I know I'm paying for a session, but what type of session is this? What am I learning here? Said I always wonder why dudes be be moaning so loud when they lift it. Listen, all I know is that man did not have to have his lineage that close to his forehead. That's all I'm saying. He literally could have counted his future children. It was too sensual. Why is spotting feeling like I'm watching the logo channel? What are y'all doing at this gym? I know I've seen people at the gym that were LGBTQ and they didn't work out like that. I promise you I didn't see it. I never saw them work out that way. Like y'all was just so just over the top with it. I don't see how it was hidden for too long. Like it really wasn't hidden. If Holly had put on her reading glasses or kind of like got her a new pair of contacts, it would have been a lot easier for her to see this. She must have never gone to the gym with him. Cause ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna walk up and see my man on the bench doing lifts, and the man is standing so close that your scrotum is right here, uh, inches above his forehead. What the hell type of workout is this? You said part of his promotion. We say 95 an hour and the balls is included. Oh, thank you. Oh, oh man. I don't want no damn musty ass, hot, sweaty balls over my head at the gym. People got all different types of terrible fragrances at the gym. You go in that locker room, and it's about seven different types of stank in the locker room. Like, why? Like, did y'all come in here not washing and then sweat it on top of being funky? Or is this like, do you need a detox? Because this is not natural to smell like this after a workout. It's supposed to smell, a little perspiration. You're not supposed to smell like ass, chain gang, and outside. That's too much. Yes, and pickle sausages. Wow. Oh, God. I'm serious, y'all. Y'all gotta go to his social media and watch him work out. You gonna see exactly what I'm talking about, where the guy's spotting him, and literally, like, if you spotting me, what is the to all my men here in the chat? Because I don't know if you a lady and you work out, then you answer this too. But to all my men in the chat, what is the safe amount of distance for a spotter? I'm asking for me. What is the safe amount of distance for a spotter? Like, is this supposed to be like a safe foot, and then you got your arms in that foot distance? Like, what's the safe amount of space for spotting? You said 6 foot like COVID. Okay, 2 to 3 feet. That makes sense to me. I'm like, why is he so close? He said I should feel uncomfortable. Said it depends on how heavy the weight. If listen, if you saw what he was lifting, okay, you would have felt like he was a prima donna for that man to be that close to save him. It wasn't like he was doing deadlifts, and it wasn't like, it wasn't like, you know how they got like you get to the 3 and 4 plates on there. Like it looked like something he could have safely lifted himself. Now maybe he's, maybe he's delicate. I don't know. I don't know his limit of what he can lift. Maybe he's delicate. But it didn't look like anything that he couldn't possibly have lifted on his own. It didn't give that to me. You said, oh yeah, and how tall or short the person is. Okay, now see, that makes sense too, because if you're tall, you got a long wingspan. Said plot twist, it was foreplay. I'm telling you it was, because ain't no way in the hell you supposed to have ball to forehead ratio. I've never seen that ever before in lifting, spotting, ever. I used to work in the gym. I promise you I haven't seen it. And you see people do weird stuff at the gym. On everything. That wasn't one of them. It felt very logo channel. It did. It really did. It felt very logo and very musty sensual. Said this is why I work out at home. Say you want to go to the gym. Say he smelled what the Rock was cooking. Oh God. I'm telling you. I don't know who got it. I wish I could find it. Let me see something. Let me see something. I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Hold on, let me turn my phone down. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I could just find the video of him working out, y'all. Okay, this one he got beat up by the family at court. That's a different type of workout. Why can't anybody help me be petty right now? The last time I seen it, it was actually in a content creator's video. It wasn't a snippet. Hold on, let me try something. Yeah, I'm really trying to find it. If I can't find it, I'm just gonna have to move on. I can't even play this. Somebody made a song talking about they taking you to jail. It's got Law and Order theme song in the back, so I don't know if I get flagged for that, but that's funny. Hold on. Okay, y'all. I can't find it. When I find it, I'm gonna put a clip up of it. But I think it was a vlogger from Chicago that showed it. Let's see if they got a link to his name in the chat. Oh wow, y'all. So they found a video of him on social media listening to a song talking about she called me psycho. When I find her, I'm a shooter with my rifle. Dang. So the Daily News rap. He's literally mouthing the words. The song, the guy saying the bitch called me psycho. She tried to leave me. I'm a shooter with my rifle. Wow. Hold on. Let me send this to myself. I don't want to play the music on here. Okay, I'm back, y'all. He literally, he he literally recorded himself singing that. She called me psycho. If a bitch try to leave me, I'm a shooter with my rifle. And Holly, you signed up for helping him go harm this woman. He couldn't let her go and he couldn't let her tell his story. So he wanted Romika to be the one that he cheated on forever. I don't play them type of games. You tell me you gonna do something to me if I leave you, baby, I'm gonna believe you. And when I leave you, you ain't gonna find me. I had one person tell me something that crazy. Y'all, when he least expected, I left the state. By the time that person found out I was gone, I was states away. You said it, you meant it. I don't need you to prove it. Sometimes you got to just trust somebody's word and know that if they have it in their head, it's for a reason. Said that gym video was the deleted scene from Deadpool. I'm done. I'm done. Anything else left for these losers? Page of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. So he's playing the victim because his son is refusing him. The son is rejecting him. He feels, ain't this about nothing? You feel out in the cold, left out by your son. Why the hell would this baby want to see you and his mother is not here and he knows it has to do with you? I would never want to see you again either. So it looks like his hangman is about to be his other baby mama, the one that's pregnant. So now she realizes she's stuck like Chuck. He done switched up on her. Now this information is out about what he really like. Uh, Five of Pentacles, Justice. Yeah, I don't think she got enough money to make it through a full trial. And if it has to go to an appeal, she ain't got it and he ain't giving it. Yep. So it feels like it's her motherhood that's going to kick in and it's going to make her speak up to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about what actually happened. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Like she's a weirdo. Like you're caught up in all day relationship information from the past. So this means that she was letting him tell her all types of stuff about his other baby mama and taking it to heart. Why are you letting this man sit here and talk to you about another woman? That means he ain't over her. You ain't about to sit up with me and keep harping on your last woman. Two of Wands, a decision was made, Knight of Pentacles. Y'all, it feels like they may have planned this over time. Okay? Knight of Pentacles, like this dragged on for a while. So this wasn't random. This wasn't something that just was sporadic. This wasn't something that just popped off and it went too far. They planned this over time. They planned to catch up to her. They may have been already looking for her, couldn't find her, couldn't locate her, and the only way they could catch her was at that baby school because they had no idea where she was at. So they did this as a couple, and they were going to catch her one way or the other, and the only way they could catch her was at the school. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, y'all, because to be honest, I really don't want to read any more energy after this. Like, I don't know who to be more upset with. Like, throw them both away. Throw them both away. We don't need either one of these people in society. Throw them both away. Give them life. If they got that penalty, that chair, that needle, let them get that. I don't know if Illinois has that, but if they do, please and thank you. Because this was something that was a drawn out plan that I want to say went too far, but yeah, it's like either way they were planning to harm her. The two of them together would have taken her life no matter where they caught her. Yeah, definitely feels premeditated. And like seeing that video of him singing that song, talking about the bitch called me psycho. If the bitch try to leave me, I shoot her with my rifle. Like this is what you singing? You mouthing the words to this? So you can't handle rejection. Can't nobody leave you, but you can spread that little Peter all across the city. So somebody got to just let you just be as narcissistic and down low and lying and antagonizing and abusive as you want to be, but they can't leave to have a better life. And you can't tell the truth about who you really want to be when you grow up. Yeah. No self control, no accountability, no self love, no self worth. Terrible. Terrible. But y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here for tonight. I wish him and Holly the worst. and everything after that, and all the karma that they deserve times 10. You took a mother away from her child and a viable person in the community away from the people that love them, just so that you can be here and walk around as human bed bugs and bring pestilence to the society. So until next time, I love y'all. Good night. Membership, I will see you tomorrow night. Y'all, I hope Twitch has finally stopped twitching. I'll see y'all on Twitch on Friday. And if Twitch cuts up, then you already know we will reroute and come back over here to YouTube again. Hopefully Twitch works because I like Twitch. I like the vibe over on Twitch. We can say things and do things that we can't do over here. So I'm hoping Twitch actually works this Friday. So we'll see. So good night, y'all.